Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hilal Ibrahim. Today, I want to show you my analysis about public speaking. The title is an analysis of public speaking competence at a presentation presented by Sundar Pichai in 2017. Okay, before that, I want to tell you that I'm so happy because finally I finished my journal after 7 days to do this. Okay, let's begin. We we need to begin by introduction unit. So this is my analysis. Most people are not born public speakers. They are trained to become one when they find themselves in situation where they become the focus of attention as they have to address an audience. They experience emotion like fear and anxiety leading to nausea and excessive sweating. Most of them try to avoid situations where they have to perform or speak in public, but when unavoidable, such situations are endured by distress. Many people who converse easily in all kinds of everyday situations become frightened at the idea of standing up before a group to make a speech. It's believed that communication is a human's way to interact. People communicate in many different ways. One of the most we know is using language. All of the people around the world are able to master and use language, which means that every human being has its own language and language to that distinguishes human from other God's creatures. Language is used as the most important ways to communicate and interact. So, first I want to tell you how to learn body language. Okay, set aside at least 15 minutes a day to study and read the gesture of the people as well as acquiring a conscious awareness of your own gestures. A good reading ground is anywhere that people meet and interact. An airport is a particularly good place for observing the entire spectrum of human gesture, as people openly express eagerness, anger, sorrow, happiness, impatience, and many other emotions through gestures. Social function, business meeting, and practice are also excellent. Having studied the art of body language, you can go to a party, sit alone in a corner or evening like a wallflower and have an exciting time just watching other people's body language rituals. Television are also an excellent way of learning nonverbal communication. Turn down the sound and try to understand what is happening by first watching the picture. By turning the sound up every 5 minutes, you will be able to check how accurate your nonverbal readings are, and before long it will be possible to watch an entire program without any sound and understand what is happening, just as the people do. Now, how I get the analysis result. This research, this research or analysis is done by observation process on one particular video chosen by the author himself. The video chosen is a presentation from a figure where the author searches for several videos on social media platforms that provide video service, especially YouTube. And in this research, the authors choose a video documentation from Google Inc. CEO Sundar Pichai in 2017, where he introduced some of the latest features of Google products. Furthermore, the author observes the presentation prowess of Sundar Pichai. Of course, besides, the authors also found some expert theories to facilitate the authors to analyze assessment of the author's analysis includes body language, gestures, verbal and non-verbal language, intonation, and the speaker's eye contact with the audience. And this study, the authors supplemented the study with the function of what the authors observed, such as the function or usefulness of gestures, eye contact, intonation, and so on. And there are some general features that the authors add to complete with writing by adding some theories from the expert as previous authors said. Okay, Uh, let's we go to the result and uh, discussion units. The first research object that I want to show you is the facial expression. Okay, in this section, the result of the study will be given. The result of the presentation video that has been watched, observed in the video, and according to theory that has been previously listed in the study. Things listed as the result of things study include facial expression, eye contact, sound, intonation, posture, and gesture. So before I write the result, before I write the result, before I touch the result, I must to watch the video first. So after watching video, I need to analyze and make a journal. This is my journal. Okay, let's begin. The first is facial expression of Sundar Pichai. On the observational assessment of Sundar Pichai facial expression, there is no special expression, it's just flat. Yeah. But what appears to be what looks focused on what is in the main topic of the presentation material. Although in this case the audience still enjoys explaining the latest features provided by Google industry. So uh, even the face of even Sundar Pichai's face is flat and just blah like this. Mm. But the audience enjoying what he show about new features of Google. It called AI first. Okay, the next is eye contact. Sundar Pichai's eye contact was not too much. Oh, what is this? Sorry. Okay. Sundar Pichai eye contact was not too much at the time. Just a few ordinary stares that he dared to the audience, not infrequently. Also, he opened his wide eyes as a support by of expressing his amazement at the development by his company. Sometimes he he looks his audience, yes, right, left, to give attention to them and show the amazement about his new offense about the product. Okay, the third is sound. About the sound, the intonation used by Sundar Pichai in his presentation is not to hide and exaggerate. Only the sound is flat but clear. Like, okay, uh, good morning, fellas. Blah 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 blah. Not too exaggerate, not too happy, but only flat face, and the intonation is just flat, in one note, in one tunes. Yeah, but like before, the audience is enjoying. They understand what Sundar Pichai want to show to them, what Sundar Pichai want to tell them. They are understand. Okay, the next is posture. In his presentation,